guys, and welcome to the Oxford vs Sunderland match review. So Sunderland did take on Oxford yesterday and they managed to get themselves a 1-0 win, which I am absolutely buzzing with, but it was not as easy as that. It certainly wasn't the prettiest of performances, but it was a performance to be proud of nevertheless. But we'll get straight into it. So we went unchanged yet again with McLaughlin in goal. We had Willis, we had Wright, and we had Flanagan across the back three. We had O'Nien on the right wing back side. We had Hume on the other. We had Dobson and Power in the middle with Maguire, Gooch and Wyke up top. And of course, it was great to see Maguire back in the lineup as well after that injury scare from the last game. So getting into the first half, and to be fair, I think we not dominated, but we controlled large parts in terms of possession. We seemed to be in control. We seemed very calm and relaxed, and we did, of course, break the deadlock very early on. Just 2 minutes in, after some good pressure, we got ourselves a corner. Maguire with it. It was a really nice delivery, and it looks as though to me, and I still hands up believe it was Willis's goal, but I think it has been given as an own goal. Willis just seems to rise above the rest and nod it into that bottom right hand corner. 2 minutes in, it's a perfect start, and it's crowd go crazy, and it's great to see the amount of Sunderland fans that went down there. I mean, they always, well, I'll say that they never surprise me anymore. To go down to Oxford, all that way down to Oxford in awful conditions, and go to the other side of the country essentially to watch the lads play, is just outstanding. But again, it doesn't surprise me. But anyway, yes, the fans go mad. We're a goal up after a couple of minutes, and for the rest of the first half, like I said, I think we're in control. We played some decent football. We made some decent chances, but that isn't to say that Oxford didn't create anything, because the chances that they did create, they were very good chances, and it only took some decent goalkeeping or excellent defensive challenges to really save our arses, i.e. Willis, who was absolutely on fire. To me, and I said it on social media, I think he's the best centre back in the league. And you can shoot me all you want, but I do believe it. I just think his intelligence, his speed, his strength, it's just outstanding. His defensive intelligence is really second to none, and he could easily make it into most championship sides, in my opinion, that lad. And I haven't said that about any of our players over the last couple of years. So yeah, that says something. But yeah, like I said, there was a couple of times where Oxford did break forward, a really nice little passing move that did manage to carve us open through the middle, and it literally was just a block from Willis or a clearance away, and we're all defending from the front. For corners, Wyke was getting back, he was winning headers, and as much as we do slate Wyke, for different reasons, of course, he's not the goal scorer we really wanted him to be when he originally signed. He does his job well in terms of holding up the play, bringing the likes of Maguire and Gooch into it, and the other midfielders, he brings them into the game, he'll hold up the ball and play it on, and he does that. But there are, there were a few times, and definitely shown yesterday, when we did break away a couple of times, and why, if he had any form of pace, he would have ended up being clean one with the keeper, but because he's so goddamn slow, it just slows the play down, it breaks up the attack, and he has to turn backwards because he can't take it any further because he is so slow. But like I say, other parts of the game, he makes a nuisance of himself, and he gets back and he wins headers defensively as well. So after hats off for that. It's just his pace that was just so blatant to see yesterday that got a bit frustrating, but you can't help it. If he's slow, he's slow. Do you know what I mean? I'll let him off. We got the win. But yeah, we defended well throughout that first half, but I do think in all we controlled it the first half. But second half we came out and it was all Oxford. Fair play to them, they were brilliant. They did not stop pressing us. We couldn't get it out of our own half. They were having chance after chance in terms of getting balls into the box. They worked McLaughlin a couple of times. One of the times McLaughlin had to tip it over the bar. A couple of really last-ditch challenges again. We were winning everything in the box, which was great, or most things in the box, to get the ball away, and it really was all hands on deck. And that is the kind of nitty-gritty performance that can get you promoted, because Oxford, they're not a bad side whatsoever. They're a decent football inside, and these kind of wins, I was waiting for this kind of win to come, because in recent weeks or recent wins, it's always been about how we've dominated or how we've played, and how we've controlled the game, rather than us defending. I know, of course, in those games where we did win, previously, of course we had to defend, but not as much as we did yesterday in that second half, because they threw the kitchen sink at us, and we managed to deal with everything they threw at us, one way or another, which was just a fantastic win to get. And those are arguably the most difficult wins to get. We managed to hold on to 90 minutes, to the end of the game, to the final whistle, and we got away with a brilliant 3 points away from home. So, fair play to the lads, fair play to Parky as well. He made some really decent substitutions. I did see on social media, I think a few people are confused as to what role Josh Scowen does play. He is naturally a central midfielder, but he does play the right-hand side as well. And with about 20 minutes left, you know, we weren't getting into the final third whatsoever. It just wasn't happening. So he's brought Gooch off, who was just, you know, there's pointless in even having a strike force up there at that point because we were that pinned back into our own half. He's put Scowen on, who can go over to the right-hand side. He can also play as a right midfielder. I saw on social media on Twitter, there was that meltdown screaming like, what's Parky doing bringing on a third central midfielder? What formation are we playing? This is a mess. He's going so defensive. I was just thinking, chill out, guys. Just chill out because he plays on the right-hand side. It was a like-for-like change and arguably, or probably not even arguably, Jesus Christ, what was that? Arguably, Scowen is defensively better than Gooch. That is all it was, and for me, it was a great substitution. Scowen came on, he was getting right in their faces. Yeah, he didn't do too much on the ball, but defensively, he was sound, he was putting them under pressure, and was offering a lot more than Gooch did in the defensive third. So, for me, it was a perfect substitution. We come away with the 3 points, and again, fair play to the lads, fair play to Parky, because that is a cracking result. So now, if we look at the league table, we are currently in 5th on 54 points. We're just 1 point behind Peterborough, who dropped points yesterday as well. We've got 2 games in hand over Peterborough as well. We've got another couple of home games coming up as well, which could prove to be vital in the coming weeks. We have Peterborough above us. We have Wickham, who are just 2 points above us as well. Coventry in 2nd. We're only 3 points behind Coventry and 3 points off the top. So it's looking like it's going to be such a tight battle at the top because only, you know, I think 5 points separate 6th and 1st, which is just mad. That's absolutely mad. Sorry, 4 points separate 6th and 1st, so it's anyone's game at the minute. But all we can do is concentrate on ourselves, keep getting the wins under our belt, keep playing well, and make sure that we keep getting these results. So I think it is officially time for me to eat humble pie because Parky, although, you know, I'm not going to, you know, say I regret saying Parky out because I don't, because at the time, it was literally 2 months of just pure shit, losing games. We got to the worst position we've ever been in our history. So I think I was well within my right, as well as everyone else, to say Parky out. I think I was well within my right. But my God, has he now proved us wrong? He's got us a sort of a solid squad, a settled squad, something Jack Ross couldn't do. He was chopping and changing the squad every game. Pretty much Jack Ross beat 1 player, 2 player, 3 player, whatever. He's got a really settled squad. He's got a system that's working or works 99% of the time. 99. What was I trying to say then? 9 times out of 10. I think I was trying to say that. And the lads seem to be happy and they seem to be respecting him as well. So, you know, give me a slice of humble pie because I'm starving. But there we go. Another 3 points on the board. An excellent result. And unlucky to Oxford as well because they did play really, really well in the second half. We just defended like champions and hopefully that's exactly what we'll be come the end of the season. But if you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, you take care and stay jammed.